Hello, Brad M. Hand here. Got myself a new haircut. I look like Lex Luthor. The reason I got it cut is because I cut some of my hair back here with a pair of scissors because it was getting too long. It was irritating me. So I looked at it after I was done after my other video today. I used the ramp cam to look behind there to see how it looked. It looked terrible, so tonight I decided just to shave it all off. For some reason, a couple of years ago, I had like a bald spot happening on my head, and it started to fill up, but it still looked kind of horrible. So I decided to just cut it off. Maybe it'll grow back even healthier or whatever. So enough of that. I'm gonna do a review of Croczilla, aka $1 Million Croc. It starts out with it's a Chinese monster movie, and I watched it. It's funny because at the beginning it showed like little fan art type deal of a person capturing a croc. Then you see the croc being bought by a guy who wanted to be who owns a crocodile sooth petting thing, and it goes back a few more years, and it turns out he can't afford it anymore. So you see this kid who got a very bad grade on his report card, so he went home to the croc thing and talked to this big old croc, and she ate his homework. And his dad's a cop, and he's called like loose because he's not a very good shot. He's in there practicing with the Nintendo Duck Hunt. The game's different because you see his gun, and it looks like a small black gun instead of like that long orange one that you get or silver one and we get with Nintendo. So he's doing that, and you see this lady coming back from Europe. She was with this guy. I think she went with Sarah or something. She went and looked into the glove box, and there's a pair of underwear. He said, "Who's this belong to?" Then I want to get out. Then he drove off, left her there. So during that time, the guy who owns the croc couldn't feed him no more, so he sold him to these people who own a restaurant, and they get crocodile meat there. So they kill like one of the smaller ones. I was like, oh man! They show how they take a machete, start beating him in the head to kill him. So the big croc was next. He broke free, knocks one of the guys into a pit with all the smaller ones, and then he gets eaten. Then he met the woman with all her money. She had like a bunch of euros. It's getting eaten by the shark. Getting eaten by it. Then she tries to tell the story to the policeman. The policeman didn't believe her at first. Then he also grounded his son. He had to count corn pieces. So he wrote it on his arm, and he went swimming. There was this weird guy. There was also a goat tied up by the river. He said, "Dinosaur, dinosaur." They ran up. They splashed him with water. He left. Then they went looking for the croc. And this guy started talking about his goat. And they found the dead goat. Then he found his son naked. He tried to cover himself up with a little thing. They went to the house, and what else happened? There's like a insurance settlement trying to sell this woman property. So then he went to the police, got a motorcycle. He went up to the restaurant, front the guys, found out that one of the the biggest croc escaped. Then the guy who used to own the crocodile park. He went home to where his wife and his kid was there. Then he called him up and said, turned out his breathing, so she's heading towards his house. And his house is on the way to the park. So the alligator attacked the woman, the child in the house. Then they start having like all these police looking for the crocodile. They see the crocodile. They're chasing the crocodile. The crocodile went past a sleeping guy in a taxi to sleep. Then you see the guys looking for the croc because he found there's money in this croc. The restaurant owners. One of the guys had like a Superman shirt on and a chef hat. He's supposed to be real strong. Then they get attacked, or I think they get attacked or something. I know the boss gets eaten, and then the owner tried to lure the crocodile out of the water, but it didn't happen. He did finally. He had to get in the water to do so. He said, if you're gonna shoot the lower jaw, the upper jaw, because that's where the brain is. So he got on land, and the brother of one of the guys who get killed by all the little ones at the beginning of the movie start chasing after him. The croc with the big old machete. He ran those two guys. He gets knocked out. I think he gets killed by the shark's tail, the tail of the croc. And then the other guy gets hit, and the croc starts chasing after this one guy. He shots the croc and he died. They gave him a gun for safety reasons. That's why he has a gun. Then he shots. It went through the upper jaw, through this croc's brain, kills the croc. His son, for the most part, was saying, "Daddy, don't shoot the croc." So the croc gets killed, and the woman gets the euro was threaded up or something, so she's putting it all back together. And you see him, they're having a meal together, and he's playing the game. Then it shows the guy who's sleeping in the taxi. Then you see the croc's nest, and you see one of the eggs hatching, and that's basically the end of the movie. It was an interesting movie. So I like it. I have another review of a giant monster movie too, so I'll do that tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. See you all next one. Bye.